Welcome back. I'm going to give you some assistance with calculating the empirical formula of a copper chloride solution. In this experiment, we start out with a copper chloride solution. It's a mystery. We don't know whether it's copper 1 chloride or copper 2 chloride, but we know that it's a 1.0% solution. That means that we have 1.0 grams of copper chloride per 100 milliliters of solution. In this experiment, it's going to be reacted with zinc solid. And what happens when the zinc is placed in the solution is that the copper, which is +1 or +2, and dissolved in solution, so it's aqueous, reacts with the zinc and it gets converted. It's a redox reaction. It gets converted to copper metal, which is insoluble. And we can recover this copper metal from the solution. So you are given the following: the volume of the copper chloride solution, that's our compound. You are given also its concentration, the mass of the zinc. This is used in excess. And the mass of the copper metal that is recovered from this process here. So when we calculate the empirical formula of a compound, we need the following data. We need the mass of the chloride, and we need the mass of the copper, the two elements in our compound. This one we're given the mass of the copper. The mass of the chloride we have to be able to calculate. And we're going to get the mass of the chloride. The mass of the chloride is going to come from the mass of the compound minus the mass of the copper. We can calculate the mass of the compound if we know the concentration and the volume used. And we have to use the solution for that. So if we have 1.0 grams of our compound per 100 milliliters, and we know the volume of solution that was used in milliliters, we can get the mass of our compound. Right? Because the volume of the solution will cancel, and then what we're left with is the mass of our compound. This number gets put into here, and then we get the mass of the chloride. At this point, we are somewhat familiar with calculating empirical formulas. We start out by recovering the mass. We're calculating the mass of each element. We take those masses and convert to moles. So we need moles of copper and we need moles of chloride. And then we put them together to calculate mole ratios. We take the smallest of these two numbers and divide both of them by that small number, and that will give us mole ratios, which we round to integer values to get the empirical formula. Good luck.